You probably thought I was just talking, but I wasn't. I'm telling you, everything I say is based on the research I'm doing. Listen to what they're saying right now. This is important, folks. It says this, U.S. crypto czar says, quote, golden age, unquote, golden age. That's what I've been saying for the longest, for like a year. That a golden age is coming, have I not? He says, quote, golden age, unquote, is coming for digital assets. He's not saying just Bitcoin. Ooh, he's telling everybody. Are they hearing this? Are the people out there comprehending what's going to come? Golden age for digital assets. There's a flood. He's trying to tell people there's a flood of money coming. What do people think happens when there's a golden age? I told people. Now you're hearing it from them. It doesn't get more reputable than this. They're removing all the blockades, pulling them all out the way. It's not just happening in the US, but I mean, according to articles we've been reading lately, the rest of the world, a lot of them are saying in those articles, well, let the US do it first. Okay, so all you're telling us by approaching it that way is that you're going to fall in line. And you're going to unleash DLT also. You're going to unleash digital assets also. So it's not just a flood of capital coming from the US that's going to possibly, not financial advice, possibly explode those prices of the top utility coins. Remember, I also was saying all of those top utility coins look bullish across the board, right? But now, the rest of the world also, I'm just imagining that all the different ways they're going to utilize the technologies. And because of that, all the different ways that capital is going to be able to not only, and people got to remember this, not only flood into crypto because of investment, but be locked up in crypto because of different mechanisms like staking. They're going to people love that passive income already. They love that delegation and staking and all that. They love it. That keeps capital locked up on chain. You think these big timers aren't thinking about that? These large asset managers? Of course they are. Remember, last year, it was maybe in November or December when we read that article where there were bankers talking about their interest in smart contracts and staking. There we go. I couldn't remember it the other day. Now I do remember. It was smart contracts and staking. Remember that? And I was like, ooh, they're telling, because I had speculated that for a long time. Then they confirmed it, right? If they're thinking about staking, and I'm gonna throw delegation in there with it, it's pretty much the same thing, but just via different pathways, right? To earning that passive income. If the banks are thinking like that, why would we not believe? I would err on the side of believing that the large asset managers also aren't drooling over the possibility of staking and delegation. What does it do to that price? I'm just asking questions, folks. I'm just playing with ideas. What does it do to that price? We're witnessing, listen, after doing research for so long, right? And coming out of the bloody bear market, withstanding all of that, it's beautiful. I feel great. They're confirming a lot of the things that that we've been hunting down, we've been researching, we've been uncovering. So now let me read this little tidbit here, okay? All right. So let's scroll down here. He's calling for the golden age. It's the exact phrase I've been using because it encompasses what's about to happen, what could possibly happen. There's no guarantees in life, but it perfectly encompasses that. It just does. Wow. Listen to how he speaks about this and what he's saying. It's mind blowing. They're being so bold and forward. So once it happens, people can't say they weren't warned. You can't say that. It says this. Recently appointed U.S. crypto czar David Sachs says that investors should prepare. Look what he's saying. Investors should prepare for the, quote, golden age, unquote, that is coming in digital assets, such as Bitcoin, but not only Bitcoin, obviously. He's literally telling investors to get ready. Unbelievable times we live in. Wow. It says Sachs made the comment when announcing that the U.S. House of Representatives and the Senate are forming a joint working group to advance cryptocurrency legislation. Who was it the other day that was saying they were expecting positive crypto legislation by November? Was it Anthony Scaramucci, I think it was. It says the crypto czar said at a news conference that his aim with the legislation is to ensure, quote, American dominance in digital assets, unquote. I knew they were going to go this route. The entire time we were talking about it, how they try to catch up via the private sector. They don't need their own systems. They don't. And this is why you've seen these companies like Ripple, Stellar, Algorand continue to just advance and advance. They never stopped because they know that what the U.S., if you want to have these contracts with the U.S. government at some point, U.S. military at some point, and I'm very, very sure, I'm like 99% sure they're going to participate in activities like that, especially Ripple. But if you want to be picked, right, for those types of contracts, you have to have the most advanced technology. The U.S. just doesn't settle for less than the best. They just don't, right? So when they come out to the rest of the world, and this is what I was saying, I was seeing all these articles that were talking about the U.S. like a month or two back. Oh, they're going to fall behind. The U.S. is lagging behind. And I said this. I said, what they usually do, they come out of nowhere and unveil partnerships and things like that and technology developed by the private sector. And then the U.S. just soars past everybody else. These are technologies people have been working on for years and years and years, just like, once again, Ripple working on certain mechanisms. Now, they made the announcement saying, hey, we're going to start implementing more advanced mechanisms of the XRPL. Did they ever give an update on that? No. They kept it quiet. Why? Why did they keep it quiet? What's the update, Ripple? Oh, you don't want to talk about that now. Right. This is a game of chess, people. I'm telling you. But all of that works in here. All of that plays a part in this. It says here, U.S. Senator Bill Hagerty, a Tennessee representative, wrote a bill to set up U.S. oversight of stablecoin issuers. I think we heard something about that. Then you have someone named Tim Scott from South Carolina. What's he doing? Oh, he's saying something about stablecoins will be dealt with first by Congress. Listen, just do something. Get on it. Make it happen. Right now, things are looking really, really good, in my humble opinion. All right, let's move on here to this next article. So, a little bit of XRP news, a little bit of fun XRP news. This article is titled XRP Price Analysts Bullish on $5 Next. Long-term target of $18. I'm seeing all this variety here. Some people saying 15, some people saying 18. Listen, I'll take it step by step. I fully believe in XRP having a bright future, much brighter than what we're seeing now, even though it's great. It's doing great now. You know, remember XRP with what, 52 cents, 54, 56 people saying it was dead. It's not so dead now. So I feel okay. I don't know about everybody else, to each his own. I feel okay. So now, but I like to take it step by step, little by little. As of now, for right now, XRP's latest pullback could be part of a classic Elliott wave structure. According to one market analyst, with a target above $18 if the bulls regain their footing. Listen, if the barriers that were blocking crypto are fully removed, Ripple comes out, SBI comes out, a few others come out, and they're making announcements about partnerships and bullish things like that. Especially now that XRP is starting to get a wee bit of mainstream coverage. $18 could be easy. This is my humble opinion. I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. That you have your ideas, I have mine. All right, not financial advice. But I think that, like, you're seeing this $15 to $18, I think that could be done easily, given the right circumstances and catalysts, of course. But let's go on here. It says XRP, showing XRP here is red, $2.42. Price is down 3.2% on February the 5th, forming a low of $2.55 on the daily chart. But a rebound with a candle close above $2.70 will signal a strong trend reversal for the altcoin. Yeah, well, it's the altcoin, I'm telling you right now. In my humble opinion, got a few bullish ones up there, but it's one of the prime altcoins right now, in my humble opinion, set to go off. If you know what's happening, what they've been saying behind the scenes, which is so weird. It's so strange, folks. I'm telling you, strange times we live in. A lot of the things that people were talking about in the articles like a month ago that were just rumors, right? Notice how in January they started to come out with those and say some of these things were legit, just like with the whole Japan thing. That started off as rumors behind the scenes. Oh, Japan's going to do this and this. And then in January, we saw some of those things were confirmed. So that's very interesting. That is something I keep my eye on now. So now it says here, all right, they go into some of the different things weighing down on the prices in the crypto market. It says, quote, XRP needs to reclaim $2.70 plus for upside momentum, unquote. Do you agree with that? All right. So now let's move on here. Oh, we got a little bit of Bitcoin news early on today. All right. So now this article is titled Standard Charter says Bitcoin price could reach $500,000 by 2028. So they they had to put the year on it. They're like, wait a minute, we don't want people to get this confused, right? We're not saying this year, 2028. Listen, I respect that time frame. Could Bitcoin do that by that time? Yes. Do I believe it would take that long if the conditions are right for Bitcoin to explode? Do I believe it would take that long to get to 500,000? No, I don't. I know. And you can disagree with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. And I wouldn't go against you. I don't think it would take that long. Look at what it's done already. I say 500,000. If it really were to go there, 2026, 2027. And I could be wrong. The catalysts are just huge right now for Bitcoin. I'm talking about the astronomical. What year do you think if you think Bitcoin could reach 500,000, and you may not. What year do you believe that Bitcoin could reach $500,000? I'm just asking. All right. So now let's read this little tidbit here. It continues here. It says Standard Charter's Jeffrey Kendrick expects Bitcoin to hit $500,000 by the end of 2028, driven by improved investor access and a decline in volatility in the long run. I can see that happening. I can see it going another way as well, but this is possible. It says, quote, although the near term remains choppy for Bitcoin, the long term is becoming clearer by the day, unquote, Kendrick said in an email to the block. Now, the reason why I believe that there may be more stability for Bitcoin and a lot of the altcoins as well in the future is because of the big businesses taking over. Once they completely get in, folks, I don't think there's going to be a lot of instability, a lot of volatility. And also, there was something else I was going to add and just slipped my mind. Stability, instability, volatility. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I remembered. I don't think the prices, once they go up, and I'm saying in all seriousness, okay? I think once prices get to a certain height in the future, I don't think they're going to come down much like they typically do. You may have corrections and dips, but it's not going to go anywhere as low as what we've seen in the bloody bear market, though, for those who were here during all of those harsh times. And it's, once again, it's going to be because the companies are going to prop these things up. They're going to prop them up and they're going to milk them. They'll crash when they want them to crash. They'll control it through the sheer dominance. I'm telling you, in these companies, they know how to come together when it's time to make money. Whether people think is wrong or right, they know how to come together. I'm telling you. And they'll crash it when they want to a certain extent. Once again, I don't think it's coming down to what we've seen before. And they will pump it also. Watch the media. I would say watch the media, and I would not. It's hard to say this, watch the media, but at the same time, I wouldn't trust them. But it's sort of art of war, Machiavellian thinking, where you want to keep your eye on your enemy, right? I'm telling you, you want to keep your eye on your enemy and know what they're doing. Whole keep your friends close, enemies closer type of mentality. I'm telling you, that media is a tool that has not been fully utilized yet by those industries who have big money and have their hands in the pockets of a lot of that mainstream media. They do. Heck, I even see it with some of the so-called influencers these days. A lot of the media reaches out to them, and before you know it, you see these influencers advertising for McDonald's. And listen, those big businesses know how to get people in their pocket that are thought to deliver information, etc. I'm just saying, it's my humble opinion. All right. I mean, no disrespect. All right. So now let's move on here. I'm going to skip one Bitcoin article so I can get these other ones in. We have like 3 more articles here. OK, 4 actually, but I'm negating one, as I just stated. Now, this here says BlackRock preps for Bitcoin-linked product launch in Europe. This is coming from Bloomberg. It says investing.com. BlackRock Inc., the global leader in asset management, is planning to introduce a new ETP in Europe that is directly linked to Bitcoin. Bloomberg News reported on Wednesday. This move comes after successful launch of its $58 billion cryptocurrency tracking ETF in the United States. The upcoming Bitcoin-related fund is expected to be based in Switzerland, as per sources close to the matter, who wished to remain anonymous due to lack of authorization to speak publicly. Yep. And let me tell you something. BlackRock does not play around, folks. They don't play around. I'll leave it at that. So that person wants to definitely, they took a huge risk even saying this. They must have got paid some money to say this. They had to get paid some money to say this because it's not worth the risk otherwise, I don't think. BlackRock is, I won't talk too much about that. Anyway, it has been suggested, it has been suggested that the marketing for this new product could commence as early as this month. So more good news for Bitcoin and crypto. As Bitcoin goes forward, the rest of crypto will follow. As the world becomes more conditioned to accepting Bitcoin, they're becoming more conditioned to accept altcoins as well. A lot of people don't like high price things. Okay. I've heard this time and time and time again. So they'll look for something lower price like Solana, Chainlink, XRP. To them, that's like more reasonable. They want a whole of something. They don't want a piece of something. They want a whole and they want to be able to ride it to the moon. All right. It says here, when reached for a comment, a representative from BlackRock chose not to discuss the matter. They can't. And once again, like I said, they're not going to take that chance. All right, we're going to move on here. We have this article here. It's titled, Cardano founder predicts crypto bull market after $710 billion of liquidations. All right, let's hear what Hoskinson has to say. Cardano founder has shared a notable insight into how investors should see the cryptocurrency market. Hoskinson painted an optimistic picture of the crypto industry in an update shared with his over 1 million followers on X. Whoa, he's cooking over there. Holy smokes. 1 million? Whoa. Hoskinson's bold statement centers on the resilience of the crypto market and the possibility of a bull run in 2025. All right. So, I mean, like, what do you consider this right now? Right? That's hilarious. Listen, I think what I'm grasping from this is, and I know that for someone like this, they can't really say it outright. He believes that things are going much higher, that the real explosivity that is found typically in bear markets and bull markets has not occurred just yet. And, it's no different than what a lot of other, big timers have been saying. It says, notably, the Cardano founder highlighted the loss of $710 billion and 740,000 traders liquidated in 24 hours. This refers to the combined liquidation suffered in the broader cryptocurrency space. Despite the massive volume of funds lost, Hoskinson noted with delight that the crypto market had absorbed the downturn. That's what I'm talking about. It's been so resilient. I don't see any cause for concern whatsoever. And all the positive catalysts remain, right? Hoskinson maintains that this resilience suggests 2025 is crypto's year to have significant bull cycle. I told you that's what he was saying. I knew it. He's saying the big explosion didn't happen yet. It says, and a breakout year for the industry. So we have all these big timers now confirming that there's going to be a golden age. We even had the so-called U.S. crypto czar. That's what they call them, right? Let me go back here. Yes, U.S. crypto czar says, quote, golden age is coming for digital assets. So we even have them using that term, golden age now. All right. I'm just saying, you heard it here first, folks. So anyway, so now we're going to close out with this article here. Hopefully they have some positive things to tell us. This article is titled, SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce lays out 10 priorities for new crypto task force. It says Pierce also urged crypto communities to be patient, companies to be patient as the agency decides how to, quote, disentangle, unquote, itself from litigation initiated under former chair Gary Gensler. I knew this was going to happen. And listen, they're going to undo all of that nonsense. It's time for crypto to flourish. These people want crypto to go boom, kablooey. And yes, we can speculate that, there's a lot of people behind the scenes, powerful people behind the scenes, pulling the strings so that crypto can be flooded with capital because they want to make some as well. Here's the great part. They can't stop the people, the regular people from making boatloads of value either. Right? So everybody from top to bottom this time around, top to bottom, bottom to top, is probably going to make even more. I have to say even more now because people already made a ton of capital. But they're going to make even more massive amounts of capital, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I love it. Like I said, I'm seeing people, they've bought houses, with crypto gains. They paid off a lot of loans with their crypto gains. They're buying their children cars, like all of these different things. This is what people tell me. OK, I can only go by what people tell me. We don't have to believe them. But we've also seen articles confirming that a lot of crypto millionaires have been made already. This is what the articles are saying. OK, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I think more of that's going to happen. And it should. The regular people have earned the time, this time period. I feel that way. It says the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's newly created crypto task force is working to create long-awaited regulatory clarity for the crypto industry, according to a Tuesday statement from Commissioner Hester Pierce. It says Pierce, who was appointed by acting chair Mark Uyeda to spearhead the crypto task force, laid out 10 of the group's priorities. All right, can we get a clear list of the priorities, please? Because my video is almost too long now. It says, quote, on the last trip, the commission refused to use regulatory tools. All right, you see, this is one of those articles where it's a good article, but they're dragging it. So you have to read the entirety of everything. And I believe it's because the longer they keep you on the page, the longer you might see these ads. It says, quote, many cases remain in litigation, many rules remain in the proposal stage, and many market participants remain in limbo, unquote, Pierce said, quote, determining how to best disentangle all these strands, including ongoing litigation, will take time. It will involve work across the whole agency and cooperation with other regulators. Please be patient. The task force wants to get to a good place, but we need to do so in an orderly, practical, and legally defensible way, unquote. Okay, so we'll see how long it takes, but at least they're doing something. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.